Up on Mountain News at 5:30, how the All-A Classic basketball tournament is helping the city of Richmond. And we'll give you a behind-the-scenes look from a farm in Letcher County getting ready to prep, make, and serve maple syrup.
After a milder day today, we've got a return to cold air and snow chances on the way for tomorrow. I'll have the very latest on the way right now at 5:30.
Dedicated to Southern and Eastern Kentucky, this is WYNT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. The All-A Classic in Richmond is on day 2 of a 5-day basketball tournament. As fans from across the Commonwealth stay in Madison County for the event, small businesses are reaping the benefits. Chad Hedrick explains how the All-A Classic dishes out an assist to area businesses.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to the boutique at Soft Shoe.
This shoe store in Richmond is shooting its weekly Facebook Live commercial.
Look at this cute new animal print top we have coming up for spring.
They're using geo-targeting ads to capture fans on their smartphones as they watch the tournament just a few minutes away on EKU's campus. When you have 8,000 people a day coming into town, small businesses take notice.
For us, we get about a 10 to 20% increase whenever the All-A's in town. So we really do look out for one another and try to plug other businesses any chance we get.
We're here with our Purdy's Lattes.
Speaking of Purdy's, the coffee shop in downtown Richmond was shut down for 2 years thanks to COVID. But basketball has this small business on the rebound.
We always had like a 10 to 15% increase that we saw from the All-A Classic being in town.
Lori Murphy Tatum, the executive director of Richmond Tourism, says Hoops fans bring in $1 million to the city. You can call it a net gain.
Anytime you have visitor spending, that money turns around 7 times. So being able to have all of these folks in town, it's new business for you.
Tatum says all of the hotels in Richmond and Berea are booked. She says overall businesses in the area increased 25 to 30% this week. It's a 75% increase from last year as the event was shortened because of bad weather. Back to Soft Shoe, by midday, cash was coming in. It looks like the Facebook Live commercial is working.
Hey friends, thanks for joining us. We love showing you all our new merchandise for this week. Have a good day. Bye. Bye.
In Richmond, Chad Hedrick, WKYT.
The All-A Classic runs through Sunday. We'll have highlights from our mountain teams later in sports. Kentucky's top-ranking state House Democrat has announced she will not be seeking re-election this year. State Representative Joni Jenkins says she will not stand in the way of a person of color being elected in her newly redrawn Louisville area district. She says black people make up nearly 50% of the voting age population there. Representative Jenkins says she will maintain her legislative and caucus leadership seat through her term. Jury proceedings continue in the Brett Hankison case, but a judge is questioning whether or not to allow the media inside the courtroom when it begins. Judge Ann Bailey Smith held a conference call with Hankison's attorney and attorneys from the Commonwealth discussing the possibility of closing preliminary witness or juror examinations. She is concerned the cameras could influence how the jurors answer questions. Hankison was indicted by a grand jury in September of 2020 on charges of wanton endangerment. He's accused of shooting blindly several times into a neighboring apartment the night Breonna Taylor was shot and killed. Jury selection is set for tomorrow, with the trial beginning next week. Kentucky lawmakers are taking aim at reversing the state's chronically high rates for child abuse and neglect. Legislation to bolster prevention efforts won approval yesterday from the Senate Health and Welfare Committee, sending it to the full Senate. A key portion of the measure would expand family preservation services to work with families when children are considered at moderate risk of being removed from the home. The goal is the early intervention will head off potential abuse or neglect.
Milder than the past couple of days out there, but we still have plenty of cold air on the way as we head into late tonight and tomorrow. And that means the potential for a few snow showers. In fact, already a winter weather advisory in place for Lee and Wise counties in Virginia, along with the city of Norton. That runs from tomorrow afternoon through Saturday morning, really for the potential for a couple of inches of snow. Not looking at a huge total, but it could impact travel, especially in the highest elevations. We'll get into that in a little bit. Out there right now, I-64 at Moorhead, cloudy, but moving smoothly out there. No weather worries at the moment. Still seeing a little bit of that sunset there. Buffalo Mountain here in Perry County through the cloud cover. Low 40s out there. It's where most of us are. Low to middle 40s around the region. In fact, Irvin's actually been warming up just a touch as we've gone through the afternoon. Moorhead's actually the cool spot at this hour, sitting at 36. Now, satellite and radar showing the potential for a few showers trying to work into the Cumberland Valley at this hour. I don't think those are quite reaching the ground, but it's something to watch. We're going to continue to watch the potential for snow showers to start as soon as tonight. So keep that WYMT weather app handy. As a matter of fact, go ahead and scan that QR code up in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. That'll get you to the download page where you can download the app. And when you get it, you'll find our forecast there. Temperatures down into the 30s and even some upper 20s tonight as snow showers work in by the morning. I'll have the very latest on our snow chances and how much we could see coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
Evan, thank you. Governor Andy Beshear says while the Omicron variant has proven less deadly, it's infecting more people and hospitalizing about the same amount as the Delta variant. Patients are filling up ICUs too. Right now, less than 100 adult ICU beds are available across Kentucky. But some encouraging news is Omicron seems to have peaked and will hopefully go down soon.
If we follow the trends that others are, if this week is higher than last week, then next week we truly believe will be lower. Now, even if it's lower, it's still going to be too high. So we got to ride the dip a couple weeks, but we hope that it descends as fast as it ascended.
The other concerning news, hospitalizations across the state are near the record numbers like we saw last summer when Delta peaked. One of the hospital systems feeling the strain is Baptist Health. Across the system, around 500 COVID patients are being taken care of. At Baptist Health Floyd in New Albany, Indiana, they're seeing patient numbers fluctuate in the 60s. And as the data has shown in the past, most of their patients are still unvaccinated.
About 80 to 85% of our patients are unvaccinated that are coming into the hospital. So while Omicron may be, infecting people that have been vaccinated, we're not seeing those patients in the hospital.
Doctors are also seeing staffing shortages impacting their workplaces with burnout. An upcoming event partners with the University of Kentucky called Kentucky Maple Syrup Day, a chance for farms across the Commonwealth to showcase their process of maple syrup production. WYMT's Chas Jenkins has more from one of the participating farms in Letcher County.
Revealing a hidden rich history of maple syrup making in Appalachia.
Native Americans did it before the settlers arrived. They didn't make maple syrup, they made maple sugar. They taught the European arrivals how to make maple sugar, and we started making maple syrup.
Teaching their process to potential syrup farmers.
Maple syrup making is a real thing here in Kentucky. We can do this, and there's a lot of opportunities to do it here. And the demand is very strong, lots of opportunities in making Kentucky maple syrup.
Expecting a good crowd, seeing more than 160 people last year.
We're excited. We're gearing up. We've had lots of interest of people coming from hours away and from close.
Wanting to inspire the region, with 12 other farms in the state participating.
Maybe start out themselves with maybe just a couple trees, 5 or something like that, like we did when we started, and producing their own maple syrup. It's delicious, it's sweet, and once you've tasted it, you won't go back.
Looking forward to the holiday, ready to display a unique activity.
Through making maple syrup, especially in the east here, a farming activity that we can be proud of and people can come and see what we're doing here.
Showcasing history and opportunity with a tasty treat. In Letcher County, Chas Jenkins, WYMT Mountain News.
And Chas brought back some samples today, and I can tell you it is very good. Long says tours will begin on their farm February 5th at 9 a.m. They will be open until 4 p.m. or until the last person leaves. Well, if you can believe it, we are now officially only 100 days until Derby 148. To get ready for that big weekend, the Kentucky Derby Museum is selling Derby season tour tickets starting today for tours between April 23rd and May 4th. If you can't wait that long, there's also a Dreaming of Derby deal. Every Thursday and Friday from now through February 25th, the museum is offering a bundle deal for only $25 per person.
So this deal is really amazing to start getting ready for Derby. It's also an easy way for folks to enjoy everything we have under one deal. You get lunch, you get the movie, you get the tour, you get a discount in our retail shop. This is what we're offering at least through the end of February to have let folks have a really good time when they're here.
You can get your tickets online at derbymuseum.org. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, a new year may mean a new ride, but it could cost you more than you bargained for. Next, what to look for and how to keep scammers from getting your money.
And cold air is back in the forecast as we head into tomorrow, but will it stick around long? I'll have the answer on the way.